You're going to be on television.
No.
God, no. It's
We're
after 7.
We're never on TV. That's how
I'm
we're
not saying Jerry anything.
Huh?
I'm saying Jerry anything.
All right, well, welcome to the St. Genevieve Parks Board meeting for July. Good to have you all here. We'll call it to order. Do we have a quorum now?
You do have a quorum.
All right, and we have one new member in the Park Board. John Carroll. Great.
Yay.
Would you like to introduce yourself? Maybe here, everybody already knows you here.
I don't think so. John Carroll, I live on Seraphim Street, and I've had a home there for 22 years, but it's only been full-time since I retired from my city job in 2014. So,
City of St. Louis.
excuse me, City of St. Louis. There are other cities.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you. I was, by the way, my job there was connected to parks. I was director of Tower Grove Park
Oh, excellent.
for 27 years, so.
That would be great. We look forward to having you here.
I hope some of that's relevant,
I'm sure it is. It's very good.
and some of it I hope isn't relevant.
Did you introduce yourself out for the porch?
A little bit, yeah.
Good. All right.
Well, we advertise this as a public hearing, obviously. We didn't advertise it well enough. Idea was to invite people to come and address the board as to what their priorities might be for maintenance and development. John, for your sake, there's a survey that was designed to also solicit input. That we talked about various ways of implementing it. We talked about that under whole business. So I'm going to just close the public hearing.
Okay.
Proceed with the
And
meeting.
then attempt to reschedule at a later date.
Well, I think we need to talk about how we can reach out and get people engaged. Apparently, posting a notice and running the ad campaign is insufficient.
Some more copies too.
Thank you. Jerry, you want one? Sure. Mary. Oops, sorry.
We didn't do this on the Facebook, did we?
No, that's, well, we can talk about that.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm talking about.
I think we can talk about later. All right, we have the minutes have been sent out. Has everybody had a chance to read through the minutes from the April meeting? We did not have a meeting in May because it was our night fell on a Memorial Day weekend, so we didn't have a meeting here. And in July or June, we failed to have a quorum. Multiple people had issues that we couldn't make it here. So, you all a chance to read through that?
I'll make a motion to approve them.
A second.
Motion and second. Any comments? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, the motion carries to approve the minutes from April 22nd. Gary, do you have field operations?
Not a lot to report, still mowing.
Yeah.
We did get the playground equipment and the pavilions at Valley Spring Park power washed. Somebody started getting a little mold on them, took care of all that. Other than that, just been mowing and mud and
Okay. Good. Old business. Review the notes from the last meetings on old business.
Did you get those areas marked for the grass? For the like the wildflowers and all that we were trying, the native grasses and stuff?
yeah, we haven't got met up yet. We attempted to once in a storm that morning.
So we need to reschedule another date to have everybody that can. What we're thinking about doing, John, for your benefit, is to have some native grasses planted in the park, particularly in some areas that are difficult to maintain and mow. So we've had one meeting kind of dedicated on that topic. Looks like in the fall we need to do most of the preparation work, really plantings at that time, to kill the existing grass and then do a planting of native grasses.
That could be nice. We did that at Tower Grove and also at some of the state parks where I also worked at state parks for a
Okay.
while. And the good thing is it can be a very educational thing. It can be beautiful, but it's not low maintenance. If you don't maintain it, it looks like a weed patch and it kind of has a negative effect. I'm just
Right.
being honest with you. You got to kind of keep on it to make sure that it has the flowers and the grass that you want. Just in case
No,
anybody
it's
thought
good.
it was a low maintenance,
Yeah.
it's not exactly low
I
maintenance.
think it was really more a low mowing area. We had some hillsides that are difficult to mow, I think was the thinking. So,
Maybe, does conservation help us with stuff like that, or?
yes, they would. Yeah.
Oh, good.
But the St. John Golf Course has engaged conservation to advise them on it, but I don't think anybody told them anything about maintenance, because all they did was plant it. I'm pretty sure they're not doing anything to it.
Oh, you're talking about the big
Would
golf
you-
course
Golf
out there?
course.
Do you have to like reseed it all the time, or how do you maintain it?
Well, if it's just let go, what will come into it real fast are the weeds.
Yeah,
Because they are very aggressive and, you know, they know about that soil and so you kind of have to, I don't know exactly how it's treated, but at Tower Grove, we had people come in and treat it and encourage the grasses and discourage the coarse weeds. Now, some of the non-grasses you want, like the flowering plants of the prairie, which are beautiful. And if you can get them to grow, it's actually aesthetically a very pleasant thing. But I can tell you from experience that if you don't stay on it, it looks like a weed patch and people complain.
yeah.
Just so you know. I mean, that's what happened.
So we would have to find out what exactly you would spray.
Yeah,
to
and
keep
how you would
broadleaf-
maintain it.
Yeah,
If it gets a good, strong, tight stand, it'll sort of take care of itself. But getting it to that point
Okay.
takes a little work.
yeah. Well, it'd be worth it in the
Be
long
worth it in the
run.
long run.
Oh, it would be
Yeah.
beautiful.
So Gary, should we schedule another evening? Maybe we'll get everybody out to.
Or Saturday morning,
Yeah.
you know, may work. I don't know what everybody else's schedule looks like on Saturday morning.
I don't ever know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like I told you before, I mean, you guys know the best areas that would work best for you. So I would say you just pick them out and, you know, we just go from there. I mean, I wouldn't, they're gonna look at a hill and say, oh, it's not too bad to mow, you're like, yeah, right. You know, so.
You guys want to try it this coming Saturday?
I'm game. I mean,
Have you decided what areas you think were appropriate?
Yeah.
It's just like mark them on.
That's
Yeah,
what I was,
yeah,
that's what I
yeah.
was saying, yeah.
Okay.
Just mark them, yeah.
You're thinking across from that by the pond or?
Right, that hill right below
Yeah.
that first pavilion there.
Okay.
There's a couple other spots over towards Little Rock Road that are pretty hairy too.
So maybe between now and our next meeting, and
Okay.
paint it off, and then let us know. You can use email, let people know it's been marked. Is that
Will
right?
do.
So are we going to, like, okay, if you're gonna put one spot by the pond, and then you say there's a couple other spots over on Little Rock, are we going to have like a barrier that says native grass, or, you know, what would-
Have some kind of signage probably. It's
You know.
just native grass area or something. I don't know exactly how you'd word it, but.
Well, is it delicate? You have to stay off of, out of it?
At first you do till the seedlings get started, but once it's up, and it's pretty tough, actually. But the value of the signage will not only be to it'll deflect some criticism if it gets a little weedy at first, and it also is interpretive. In fact,
Sure.
your goal should be that classes come out to study it.
Right.
That- I mean,
Right.
the teachers find it valuable as an educational tool, because there's all these different wild plants in there that are fun to see.
Sure.
But getting there, it takes a few years.
Right.
But some kind of signage would help in that. You wouldn't have to have detailed interpretation or out of the box, but, native grass restoration, watch us grow, or something like that, positive, but
have it.
simple.
If it's maybe a spot as big as this room, have the signage and like not only have one sign,
Oh,
but
yeah.
in various
From
spots.
vantage point,
Yeah,
they see it.
that way this is what's here, it's not, I have to go all the way around to that sign there to find out what this is about,
Now,
so.
get another phone call about somebody not knowing the
Monument Park, yeah.
I would imagine once we get it kind of marked off, it'll be obvious where the sign, or signs.
Right.
Right.
As far as where people walk,
Mhm.
so you can see it. And then some kind of, some fancy, or maybe temporary T-posts or something to protect it for a bit. All right, yeah, we probably better get moving on getting it marked so we can get it prepared for this
Yep.
fall.
Be here before you
Well,
know it.
deciding your July meeting. Let's see, I guess you have, I don't know
You mean August?
what the planning is, but it's probably September. That's
Yeah.
probably not too soon.
Yeah.
When do they start that?
Well, I think we just have to kill it in
I
the
would
fall.
That's my
Oh,
guess too.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
And then,
Okay, well, we got one.
Kill the area off this
Yeah.
fall,
right,
and then this spring, that's when we plant.
right.
that was my understanding.
Does that make sense, John? Does that seem right? Okay.
I'm not the expert on
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
but conservation would.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, yeah.
They know how to.
Well,
do it.
didn't we get something from them, or
We hadn't
that's
had
where
the
you,
meeting. Oh, we had the, from the golf course.
Yeah, Greg Hill.
Yeah.
Greg
Mhm.
came,
yeah,
and he had
so,
done, a lot of work there, and he said it's really the fall you do your prep work for
Mhm.
it. It was too late when we had him come this last spring. All right, so for August then, at that time, then we should have had the area picked out and allocate some funds for seed, well, I guess funds are probably whatever gets Roundup or I don't want to use to prepare the area, right?
Yep. And part of that was reimbursable from them once
Yeah.
it gets going, right?
Yeah, he said something about that.
Yeah.
Probably should get hold of Greg and talk to him again
What's
about
the
it.
shelf life of the seeds? About a year ahead of time?
Don't know.
That's a good question. Yeah.
Mhm.
Or maybe we can have him come join us in the August meeting again,
Mhm.
now that we're really ready to do something. Okay? So, all right. Survey, that is passed out. I've created an account for us on Survey Monkey, so we're ready to go. When I got into it, I recognized that there are other park boards that have done this exact same thing.
Oh, really?
And I found a survey that I liked, passed this out, so. This is one that was done in Alaska at Anchorage.
yeah, that's the one.
They were trying to do a survey for their master plan for the city of Anchorage. And they did a Survey Monkey, just like we're looking at. And I guess my question for you all is, do we want to include any of these? That looks pretty good. Or are we good with what Mark and Barbara had come up with at the last time? They added, again, so purpose of it was to create a master plan. I think is basically what we're trying to do, get input from the city residents. They asked for a zip code on the survey. Do we? Since it's a city park, I would think no. Okay.
I disagree. Well, I guess the zip codes would all be the same.
Okay.
But I'd like to see if we can address the where do you live question, because the county
Right.
likes to
Within
think
city limits?
that
Okay.
the county residents who don't live in the city also use the park, and I think that's true.
Okay. So how would we phrase it? Just, are you
Where do you
resident?
live, city, county?
Do you live in city, county, or outside the county?
Or other.
Other, yeah. So, city. So county being in St. John but out of city limits or other, right?
I like that, how often you visit one also.
I like that too.
The number 4 is a good one, other than cross-country skiing and downhill skiing.
Yeah, we don't have much
I
of
wish,
that, do
I
we?
wish we had that.
We have
that
sledding,
opportunity.
right, yeah.
We do have sledding,
Yeah.
yes.
We don't have-
Oh, but then you go around to the back.
Yeah, it's a lot of activities.
Yeah.
You have a lot of all these, but see, I mean, that would kind of be neat to have on there.
Yeah,
That's-
it's
yeah.
stuff that we have.
Things that
as-
apply to us.
Yeah.
Pretty much, well.
So modify the check boxes to include the types of things that,
I'm wondering if you couldn't even include some of the stuff that they have to, in that way, if people say they like, oh, I don't know, where's one at? Oh.
So we're limiting this
Sledding.
to Pierre Marquette Park.
Right. Oh, yeah, that's true.
And we do have the geocaching, and we do have
Mhm.
that.
But I was just thinking if you had some of the other stuff on there, it could give us ideas of what we could put in the park in the future. You know what I'm saying? But looks like most of it's, you know, you said we got a skate park already. But anyway,
disc golf.
we have disc golf, yeah.
Yeah, it's asking what type of changes and upgrades
Yeah.
What?
there. Number 7,
7? Oh, yeah,
or, yeah,
yeah.
which is kind of what
Like,
we,
it is, but it's just worded differently.
yeah. Yeah, because, well, we had asked, do you think, we have fair.
We have
yeah,
a welcome
access.
visit on there,
Yeah.
additional comments. Fair access thing.
And what would you like to
Like to see
include?
more of, yeah.
Yeah, I like that list. I think that's
Mhm. I like
a
it a
good
lot.
idea.
Okay.
I also like, your preferred travel, because, to get to, the park, we really don't, I guess Main Street now has that walking,
Mm-hmm.
but, if you're going up 4th Street,
It's not pedestrian friendly.
it is definitely not
Right.
pedestrian, even when I was a kid, it wasn't pedestrian
No.
friendly. We
Not even
walked
by
up there all
horse.
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not even my horse.
not even my house, that's what happened to
I
Father
know.
Maxwell.
Do we have any
That's why it's
bike
called
racks up there?
Maxwell Hill.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Do we have any bike
Father
racks?
Maxwell fell off his horse and died
Hey,
up
what?
there.
Okay.
Do we have any bike racks
I've
up
always
there
wondered.
in the park?
No.
That's something we should think about doing
I
that.
live on Maxwell Hill.
Yeah, see?
Because we used to have, I think the one we got from Main Street
That's
Park.
how I
came
got
from
it.
Did he
the park
actually
over there,
die
didn't
on
it?
that
Yeah,
hill?
yeah, he fell off his horse.
I knew
The
that,
horse
but I didn't know,
bucked, yeah.
right there.
Well, yeah. Well,
Or legend has it.
Legend has
I
it.
lived here all my
Really?
life.
I had read something about it.
yeah. When your mother was the town historian, you. But, I mean, we should, maybe
Yeah, this one too.
concerns, your preferred travel to the park, and
Yeah.
maybe ask an additional question so they can fill, do you feel, any other, how can we improve or
Yeah.
something?
Further on that.
Yeah.
I like 3 too.
Which one do you like?
How, 3?
Three,
How
yeah.
often
How
and
often,
what
yeah.
season?
Yeah.
Yeah, that-
I like that a lot.
How many questions are we up to?
Well,
I
there's,
don't
You
know.
gotta be
It's
careful.
probably 10.
It's too long, people
Yeah.
will fill it out.
Yeah.
there's
Yeah, you're
9
right.
here, but I think we could incorporate,
Which, yeah, we can incorporate several of our
because,
questions.
yeah, a couple of our
Are
questions,
real similar to theirs.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think it's in the meeting. Yeah, I think it's,
Because
they did 9. Ours won't, I don't think any more than that.
Yeah.
we asked them to rate the different,
Right, the
Yeah.
amenities.
yeah. So, and then we asked them to list some activities. Well, that's,
It's all right here too.
So I think some of their wording is what we were looking, you know, we just have it worded different, a little different, but,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know, I don't know how many people would give us an email address, but,
I don't know that even worry about it, right?
yeah, to me, that's,
Exclude that one, so.
yeah, I would exclude
Okay.
that one.
All right. All right, then I'll take the best of what I heard from here with the one that you guys came up with, and then
Okay.
send the survey to you guys, to all the park board members, and you guys can
Okay.
do a trial on it. And use, and then we'll see what changes we can make after that, and if we're good to go with it, we can communicate the links to with the city.
Yeah,
We'll go from
we
there.
can put it out on what's happening in St. John.
Yeah.
Right, through Facebook?
Put it on our regular Facebook page and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have put it on a text caster.
Yeah.
And if it's a shared link, you know, we can share it,
Sure.
you know, but sometimes they're not shared links, and so it's like, you know, if I've got people I know that aren't involved, you know, aren't there with what's happening in St. John, you know, it's better to have it as a shared link.
Sounds good. Everybody, I see other old business, we're ready to move on. Everybody has seen the map. John, you probably have not seen the park board map. The map we had made of the park is really, really good, so.
Cool.
Yeah, it's updated. Martin had some contacts that helped us create that, and we paid for it. It looks good, so.
SEMO regional planning.
Oh, great.
Happy.
Why not?
Did the final have like the yellow in it for the golf?
It does, yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
should have brought some
Just some
copies
questions
of
about
that.
that.
You don't have one, do you, Gary? Nope. Can bring one.
Nope.
All right.
I did order a couple copies of the other two parks also.
Good. All right. You want to bring that to the next meeting? You all right?
Yep, I don't have them yet, so.
Have everybody
Yeah, I'll
read
bring
those?
them.
Get a copy for each member of the park board?
You want a big copy for
Yeah,
everybody?
probably. Or I can get some made if you send me the file.
They're $12 a piece down there.
I can do it. Or I can get them done. Okay. Good. What else do we have?
I'm not sure if it would fall under old business or new business. I was talking to Gary a little bit ago about, you know, we did a survey and it said, yes, how do you commute to the park, whatnot?
Yeah.
But we don't have any bike racks up there.
Oh, yeah, we don't. We should.
I thought we did somewhere, but I know we have one down at Main Street Park. I don't know if,
We
I don't
used
think
to
I've ever
years
seen
ago
it.
at the pool, but
Yeah,
that was
that's where
years.
that's where that one Main Street Park, or.
Yeah, probably
was
came
from the
from.
pool. That's where that's from.
Well, you got $3,600 yet to spend out of your 5,000.
I can come up with an idea for a couple more park benches.
Where would you put some bike racks? What are you thinking?
Pavilion.
The big pavilion.
Yeah, I'd say
the-
the.
Really
one-
should have there, yeah.
Pavilion,
Yeah.
maybe like by the playground.
Yeah.
Parents, you know, take the kids up there on the little
Right.
bike seats or whatever.
Yeah.
Or even right up there with the kids.
Do we have, do we have a design that we use for the city for bike racks or, no, nothing like that?
How
No,
expensive.
that one at Main Street Park's probably the only one in the city.
I was gonna say, I think it's the only one in the city that I've
And I
seen.
thought the downtown renewal was doing something that was in the shape of fleur-de-lis, that was just like a bike on each side kind
Yeah.
of thing.
You want me
but-
to check with them?
Yeah, she talked to me about them, and I haven't heard any more.
Who's in charge of that now?
Who's that in charge of it now? Can't even think of her name.
See her face.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, it's your face. I can get a hold, I go through
Joe Bach.
Sandra, talk to Sandra.
Who?
Bach.
No, it's a guy.
She's the Orfeo, I think.
I'll find out.
So I know some communities have a
Jean something.
standard design that really, that would
Oh,
be great.
Jean?
As a theme
Jean.
that ties in the community. You see them pop around different parts of the
Mhm.
city. So, All right, Mark, so you'll follow up on that?
I'll check on that.
That'd probably be a good item for us.
Jennifer down Congress,
Purchase.
what I got in my phone, Jennifer something.
I can't think, yeah, I can't think of the last name. I'm trying to think of. I'll find out. I'll take care of it.
All right, in the old business, a couple of times, we've mentioned the cell phone tower, the AT&T cell phone tower. Any updates on that? Have they started any of the work?
No, I mean, they have an option, so.
Yeah, right, yeah. Just curious if they started
We haven't heard-
construction.
Haven't heard a word.
All right.
from them on exercising their option.
So we're just waiting to see if.
Their
they're
schedule.
Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. So you want to leave it just that when they do, you'll let the park board know?
Sure.
They're good? Okay. Will be good. Does anybody know about the grant for the plantings in the park? I know Heather was following up on this one, and she had some issues.
Yeah, the last I heard was she just needed to figure out where we were gonna plant it. And I told her, I said,
Have you talked to her?
No, not lately.
briefly,
Because-
couple, what was it?
One of the, you're gonna buy some trees to replace the ones that died.
Right.
I like trees.
And make sure that those don't,
Right.
they don't die, the same thing in the future.
All right. I can contact Heather to see where we're at on that.
Okay.
All right? I'll talk to Heather. Okay. All right. Any other old business that I haven't already covered that we
Like
needed to go through?
Plant the grass in front of the building? What is,
I think she.
I either wanted to
I
use
think part of that grant, yeah.
money
Go ahead, Mark.
from the grant to do some plantings in front of
Yes.
the
But that's, she's talking to you
in the
about
grassy
that.
area, in the grass strip between the parking area and the road.
yeah.
Yeah, and that plant,
Where all the roses are?
yeah, those need to come out.
They just need to be trimmed back.
Good. We tried.
Right.
There's so much junk in that flower bed.
Oh, I'm sure.
Just needs to be, I think, pulled out and killed and,
Well, if you want a couple pulled out, let me know. Come get rid of a couple of them. I know where I can plant them.
Any other new business that we have?
new business or old business?
Any other, well, yeah, I'm closing up old business. Is there any, did I miss anything in the old business?
Tearing out.
All right, any new business that we have?
I have a tree in the park that needs to come down and one at the skateboard park that needs to come down.
Okay?
The one in the park is about 2/3 dead, and the one at the skate park is dead.
Is that the one down by the pond?
No, it's
No, that
up
one.
by one of the pavilion slips,
Oh, okay.
about halfway down the road.
What, did you ever get the one out by the
Yeah,
pond?
that
Okay.
pecan, yeah,
What kind of tree is it?
a hard maple.
Just cut up small enough so you might get somebody to haul it off.
It's not a real big tree. Why, you wanting to haul it off?
I will. I mean, if it's cut up
I don't know
small-
what the one at the skateboard park is. It's quite a bit bigger tree, but it's dead.
Wood burn, something, doesn't matter to me what I burn. So, I mean, like I said, if it's small enough that I can handle it.
And then on the dog park, we put that little foyer deal in.
Yeah.
It's very hard to keep weed control, and the middle of it's always muddy.
Yes.
And what?
What do you think about rocking?
That little foyer and where you go into the dog park and go either way. Thoughts was to kill that off and put down some fabric and put some of that trap rock that I used at the big pavilion in there.
Yeah.
Keep it cleaner and let it go out, just a little bit.
I think it's
Good.
a good idea.
Okay, good.
That's another in the fact of the, money to spend before the end of September.
All right.
Oh, we-
God, that's
yeah.
coming up quick.
Yeah.
What can we spend money on?
You said we have about 3,500, is that
Yeah.
right? Okay.
How
At
much
the end of
is it?
September, that gives us a month.
Yep.
Can we take down our own trees, or do we have to contract out for that?
Both of these we'll be able to take down. They're not big and,
What about the stumps? Can we
we can have them ground, we don't have the means to do it.
So if we
Yeah,
get,
we would contract that.
Sometimes we do contract it out if it
Yeah.
exceeds our equipment. then,
Yeah.
you know,
Or if it's around anything, real close. We had a big one at the Crestlawn Cemetery that they wound up having to take it down with a crane
Wow.
with the fear of not dropping it on any headstone. Well, they did one over here in this cemetery a couple years ago too, with a crane.
oh, I remember. And it worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yep.
But it's not cheap.
Nope.
No, they're not.
Gary, are there other items you can think of that we should include for possible spending the rest of this year? Last year we did the grills
Yeah.
and some
No, it'd be-
some
it'd be more
swing
than that.
sets, right?
Yeah. Them
Wasn't there a
two.
piece of equipment for the skateboard park you wanted to acquire?
Don't know, Lauren's not here.
That-
All right.
I'm
We can
just,
talk about that here.
What, didn't we buy some for the
I thought we
skateboard
bought
park?
something.
Nothing new there.
We didn't.
We was going to, and then nobody could decide what, and that's when we went with the grills and them two
Oh, okay.
little
Right.
T-post
Yeah,
swing
because we were in the
sets.
same situation like we are now. We
Yeah,
we had to
that's
spend
what
it.
I'm saying, hey, that's,
So
Yeah, we
does
spent- yeah,
Leahy
we
Street
spent all our
Park
money
need
last year.
I'm just
anything?
thinking
is what?
Leahy Street Park?
I can
Or, well-
come up with the park benches.
Hinckley.
Higley Park.
I mean, there's a lot of open ground down there. We got them pavilions in. We got
Love
the
it
basket.
down
I
there.
just ordered a new backboard for the basketball goal. That one got destroyed again.
Who's
So I got a little
des-
heavy, or metal one this time.
Who's destroying it, neighbors?
Whatever.
It's
So is
been up
there-
there a couple years now, and
Yeah. Is there a good swing set type thing down there?
just one of the two swing T-swing set that we just put up down there.
Is
There's
that
one piece
park-
of bouncy equipment,
Yeah.
and that's about it down there.
Is that park used a lot?
It is.
You'd be surprised.
So if we spent some money on a picnic, another picnic area with a,
Well, we got, when we put up 4, so there was 5 of those covered picnic
Okay.
tables down there. There's 2 or 3 barbecue grills.
okay,
Oh,
The thoughts was to take few of those old disc golf baskets
Mm-hmm.
and move
and
it
put up
down
in the
there.
back end,
Right.
just where somebody wanted to go down there and play, where it wouldn't
That
actually
would
be
be
a
a good
course or
idea.
nothing.
That would be a good idea to do that too.
So did he replace all the ones in the
I think
park?
all of them are done.
They're all
right?
new, and they're all
Okay.
compliant with
Right.
Mhm.
disc golf rules.
So where's
regulations.
the ones he took
I
out?
think he put them in the Girl Scout shack.
Okay.
Is there still Girl Scouts? I didn't think it was, I thought it was all gone down there. Well,
No, we
and
we
there's
store a lot
nine
of
of
stuff
them.
in there.
There's 9 of them.
Yes.
Didn't we have 9?
Yeah.
So we could probably do, put maybe 3, 4 of them, just
Probably
practice.
18, yeah.
Yeah, that's what
We have to be 9 in the old baskets.
I mean, I don't think you could get 9 in that, they would all be par 3s, but you could probably do
Or we
4.
can ask Steve.
Yeah, well,
Have him go
he's,
down and design a little thing down there.
Steve's on a trip somewhere, I think.
Yeah.
He's-
Bus around.
He's a
He's
busser.
a bus driver, yeah.
Yeah. So,
All right.
I'm new in it, so I don't have
Yeah.
a lot of experience on this, but I love that park. I think it's a beautiful park, and we lost a couple trees there, didn't we, in the last year or two?
Mhm.
Could we replace those?
Well, I thought that was in the plans with
Oh,
this,
good.
with this grant, was she in 5 or 6 trees, she was getting.
That'd be about right, and trees that would get big enough to throw shade.
Right, right.
Because
Right.
one of the beauties of that park are those big, tall
Tall
trees that
Mhm.
provide shade. And, it's just a nice look, I
oh,
think.
yeah,
It is.
some good hard maples.
Well, maples
Well, I
or
don't-
pecans even, I mean,
Yes, pecans.
I,
Except for pecans
they're easy.
they're easy, but they're,
going to relate to you comments from a couple of local residents who feel that kind of the north end doesn't really get as much attention as maybe the south end of town. And that there are a lot of families with kids living around that area. So anything that is kid-friendly
Right.
would be an addition that they're asking about.
Good.
Good.
As far as the Pinkley Park area? is
Yeah, I
that
mean,
what you're-
Yeah.
the
There are a
trees
lot
are
of
great,
kids down in there.
but they're saying, why can't we put something there that our kids can use?
Yeah. Well, we have just
You did,
a
you
small
Well,
swing
there-
set, so
There used to be
would,
that one the Boy Scouts built, remember that one?
yeah, but that
This
was,
is my nephew.
Was it?
but, I mean, do you think we could get another kid-friendly piece of equipment in there?
Oh, sure.
A bigger
somewhere,
swing
yeah,
set,
sure.
or a slide, or just a mud pole? Mud, kids would love it.
Well, there's a few of them down there when it rains.
Oh, yeah, I bet, I bet. You know, something that the kids would,
Mm-hmm.
in the neighborhood would enjoy.
Okay.
Just a question, how does this budget work with respect to maintenance items? Like, if you have, like, I know there were pavilions that could use paint, signs that could use paint. Is that not what this budget should be used for, and should we pursue another?
$5,000 that the Board of Aldermen gives to the park board is kind of for them to
For capital type?
acquire new
Sure, okay, so that would be a maintenance issue,
renovations,
not,
and it's not in the general budget.
okay.
It's just
Right.
$5,000 for this board to use for some improvement to the parks.
So that's something that we would talk about
Yeah.
then? Okay, and we did talk about it.
And I got
It's
the
not-
paint.
That's right, okay, all right, okay.
Well, we probably
You can
need
paint when the grass
to,
stops growing.
Yeah, right.
to
And the
see
mud
one of the
goes away.
catalogs, you know.
I have one at the house.
It's usually slowed down by this time of year, but we've had so much moisture, I imagine it's still
Going like
growing.
crazy.
Yeah.
But I think we should spend at least, you know, get something, another piece of equipment
That'd
if
be
they,
Yeah,
if they,
put something down there.
yeah. I mean, we could still have, you know, put a couple of the disc golf,
Yeah, well, that's not gonna
Definitely
cost
put those
anything.
in.
yeah, put a couple of them there
Mm-hmm.
but then get something, either some sort of slide, some sort of
Problem
swing
is
slide.
$3,500, just doesn't go very far.
Yeah.
We're talking
Yeah,
about buying.
Right, right.
You couldn't solicit some kind of input based off of the survey, could you?
We could,
And add
yeah.
that on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually. Of course, then we're diverging from being talking about just here in Marquette.
Well, I didn't,
I thought this was
I
for
don't know
all
that you couldn't
parks.
do that, but the purpose of us seeking the input was
Is for the
to
grant, right.
demonstrate,
Right.
we engage the public,
Right,
so we can apply for a grant.
right, right.
Yeah, so many, John, I'm sure you know, so many of the grants require public input. And-
Oh, yeah, it's right in the
Yeah, so that's why
requirement.
we're trying to do this,
Usually.
make sure that we're working on the right things. That
Yeah.
if everybody that uses the park, you know, wants an upgrade in the playground equipment, then that's what we'll work on. If we see some value in a walking trail upgrade, then that's what we'll work on.
And if part of the community is underserved, as
Yeah. Yeah.
you're saying,
Right.
that would be a, you know, that would be a natural
Sure.
priority.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty good. That's where we are. I have one initial new topic, and that is our meeting nights. Commissioner Smothers has difficulty with being here on Monday nights because her work is keeping her from coming. So Lauren has asked if it would be open to doing it either on a Tuesday or Wednesday night. She's working Mondays and Thursdays. It doesn't matter to me. I don't know how it fits for everybody else.
Wednesdays are not good for me.
they're
Anything
not
works
good
for
for
me,
me.
Tuesdays
as long as it's not a
Good for
Friday.
you.
The only problem is if you move to one of those nights, you're likely to not have me as often as you have me
Right.
now.
Okay.
Which is fine, as long as somebody else will take
All right.
notes.
Yeah.
I think one of us can pick it up. Gary, does it matter to you on Tuesdays?
Tuesdays will work better for me.
Tuesdays are fine with me.
Tuesdays is better than Wednesdays.
So, okay,
Same here.
all right.
Mike, your input?
I just need to adjust to whatever you decide.
All right.
That's what I need to do, so.
Tuesdays are okay? Do we need to
Tuesday.
make a motion on this or not? We're just good.
I don't think.
Good, all right.
I just need to tell Pam.
All right, we'll do it on Tuesdays.
And then make sure it's.
How about the
no-
time?
Fourth Tuesday?
Oh, yeah, that's good. Thank you, Martin. Yeah, fourth Tuesday, I think. And then the time. There's been some interest in doing it earlier.
I would like earlier, personally, I
Earlier is
mean,
good for me.
but I would say maybe 6.
That's what most boards have gone to 6 o'clock.
Have they? Because if you go too early, like our, one of the board that I'm on, they had a meeting last week, 4 o'clock. I'm like, there's no way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, I work up north, and by the time I get off work, get down here, you're already started, and then if I have to work any late at all, yeah, I'm gonna miss it, so.
yeah. Yeah, 6
is-
would be fine.
6, an hour meeting, you still have the evening.
Right,
Right.
So
right.
push it back to 7, your time.
Mm-hmm.
So 6 o'clock on the fourth Tuesday.
Don't we have to vote on that? I think so.
Okay?
All in favor?
Yeah. It's a motion, I hear a motion to move it to Tuesdays at 6 o'clock.
I'll make a motion.
Mark made a motion, is
I'll
a second?
second.
Second, any discussion? All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right.
Starting next month.
Yeah, don't show up tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah. Any other new business? All right, is there a motion to adjourn? Do you need a motion for that? All right, so I adjourn the meeting.
All right.
Thank you, guys.